Hey everyone, my name is Erin Link, and my farm, EB Ranch, is located in northwestern Wisconsin. I'm just making a video to do a quick demonstration of what I do for goat health checks. And so I have this small herd of San Clemente Island goats, and I kind of have it set up so I hope you can see just what I do. I do health checks I do health checks monthly, but then I do more major ones accordingly. And so some of this is just checking up on some of these little ones that were born in April, and some of the health checks will be giving specifically or giving does care because they're pregnant. One of the major things that I do is giving the does, well, all the goats actually, but specifically the does, vitamin E gel. I will actually grab that right now. I have a tub where I keep my general healthcare kit is what I call, so I'll grab that right now. And this little turd here is Samus, this little lady. She's full of it. So hopefully the goats, we'll see. The goats are very interested in all of this, so hopefully they'll stay off it. So I keep, you can see that it's labeled as well, but I keep tubs with specific things in it for specific purposes. So I actually have like a tub for like kidding and emergency things, one for like hoof care. This is just a general tub, and I'll just throw stuff in here and put it back out. So like I even have a hoof trimming tub specifically, but ever since I'm doing a lot of stuff, I have my clippers in here, blue coat spray. Let me grab the vitamin E gel. This is, or it's selenium. Selenium and vitamin E gel. I should have been more specific. This is one of the ones that I have. I have others, or other brands. Oh man, I don't get this much attention from these goats. Until right now, and I have like a syringy thing. I'm sorry, I'm not using technical words right now. I think visuals help figure it out. Yeah, I know that was gonna happen when you got goats. Place that so you can still see. Behind me is a stanchion where I will be doing my health checks on. I like using a stanchion for ergonomic reasons. There's a head, not a headrest, but a head catcher. Oh my gosh, words! More coffee is needed. But that helps hold the adult goats in place, so I can be safe and they can be kept safe. Another thing I will be doing today is giving copper to the goats. The last time, actually, I'm gonna double check my records here. I keep a goat log that I take with me, and then I enter all of the things into Kintrax to keep records. The last time that they got copper or the copper supplement was in September. About this time in September. So I think they're due. And then in my records, it's maybe a little bit hard to see, but this last one was just general stuff, and I was taking scores with their eyelids. Like everybody looked pretty good from this last health check. I had a couple that had lower scores, so I'll be keeping an eye and see if like their scores went up. And I took weights on that last one as well as heights. I won't be taking weights today. My weight thing, the battery ran out, so I need to get a new battery. I don't want to run an extension cord right now either. Anyways, off to grab somebody. I think Samus, who is all up in my hootenannies, will be the first example. Ever since she's just a little kid, I can hold her, she's super friendly, and I'm just gonna trim some hooves right now. Hi! Oh my gosh, yeah, bite my ear, bite my ear, bite my ear. Even with kids, you wanna be aware of goats and their horns and their hooves and their heads at all times. Their heads are very hard. I've actually been injured in my face from a hard headbutt. It wasn't on purpose, it was accidental. I was in a bad place. And so sometimes with some of the goat like kids, you can kind of, if you've ever handled sheep, you can flip sheep and kind of hold them in this way, and they don't fight back. They just hang out here. They're relaxed. And I actually, one other thing too that's important for handling goats or sheep or cows is like having kind of a catch area. Right now I have all of my goats in a smaller shed, so I don't have to chase them. I don't have to stress them out anymore than I have to. I can pretty easily grab a goat, do what I need to do, and then put it back out into the bigger pasture. And that means I'm done, they're gone, and I can focus on the ones that are still in here. There's other ways to like catch and put your goats in an area to handle them quickly and efficiently. Oh my gosh, this lady is just being a sass. Hi. And that is it's important to, again, reduce stress on the goats and on ourselves. So, and it looks like Nisse is gonna come up here. But anyways, here's a little hoof. Let's see, this is overgrown. This is definitely due for trimming. The last time I did trim all of their hooves was back in September. So it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see where it's still open, but it's starting to overgrow a little bit. It's not horrible, but it's definitely time. And so, oh my gosh, life sucks. My leg's already starting to fall asleep. This is not ergonomic, but I'm gonna see, actually one of the rear feet will be a lot easier. So we got a hoof. And when you're new at this, you can take this little bites at a time. You can see maybe where it's starting to be white right here. That's where you wanna trim up to. I mean, even trim back a little bit more than that. And trimming hooves is important for feet health, for, you know, everything's attached. So if your feet are wonky, your whole body's gonna be wonky. You know, you're gonna be standing weird. That'll affect your hips, your backbone, your everything. So you want nice even hooves. So you can see that these got trimmed back. They're nice. She'll be bopping around like a maniac, even more so. Yes, you will. Another thing I will show you, so I just trimmed a hoof, is checking in on these eyelids. It's called FAMACHA. And it's going to be hard to actually show this. I suggest that you look it up. Hi, you get your little snuggy boos. Yes, you do. I'm going to set her down, and I'm actually going to check down here. She has okay eyelids, but it's something I'll keep an eye on. They're a bit on the pale side. I would score them at like a 2.5, maybe 3. They should be really bright red, or not bright red, but like a dark pink red. Gosh, it is really hard to see this on here, but you're just gonna boop it back and see how that looks. So I think she definitely, I might even do fecals on these goats later to see if they might have some worm loads. But yeah, I will show you how I handle an adult goat really quick. I'll come back to Samus here later. Let's see who. Oh, we have a lady. We have a lady. Come here. You need to put your head down, hon. Please, thank you. Just make sure everybody can see that. Okay, awesome. We have goats in the way, but I have this big lady up here. She is definitely preggies. I'm gonna do a hoof trim and give her some vitamin E and some copper. I won't show you the copper part, but I'll just show you the vitamin E part in the hoof trim. Come on, you guys. I am just gonna give her the selenium and vitamin E really quick. Hey, get out of there, come on. Another thing that you could do is actually, I just don't have an extra door or a gate right now, but you could actually gate goats off from your actual workspace, and so they're not doing what they're doing right now, which is getting all up in my stuff. I just didn't do that, so I have goats running around all over, but we can make it. So these tubes, you kind of measure how much you need with this thing. And so she's gonna get her vitamin E. Hi. This stuff smells like overly sugary Kool-Aid. There we go. I'm gonna check her eyelids. I have nice sunshine coming in right here. She looks amazing. She has a nice score. And then I'm gonna do hoofy trims. You don't need to be in there. So I start with the front, just gently lift up. Their hooves, like the adults, look really good. It's the perfect time to trim their hooves. It's like there isn't a whole lot that needs to be done. It's some quick snips, which makes hoof trimming really easy when you don't have to work on them a whole lot, and that's done. I would say the younger goats need their hooves trimmed a little bit more because they're growing quickly, and they just are smaller and they're not wearing down on their hooves probably as much as adults are. Something you want to think about with trimming hooves and goats and pregnancy is like, this is a good time to do it. You don't want to wait until they're too far along being pregnant. Just like other things to stress a goat out while they're pregnant, just like avoid unnecessary stresses. So this goat wouldn't be due until like late March, I believe. And so when I come in for the rear leg, I just kind of come around and I just like touch her leg, let her know I'm going to pick this leg up, and I'm just going to gently pick it up. Some of them don't. I tend to see goats don't like their rear legs being touched as much, so. And there's definitely a lot of videos out there on how to trim hooves. I'm not really giving a massive rundown of this. I'm just showing you like more how I handle the animals. Everybody's going to be different as well. I'm not saying this is how you should do it, but I'm giving you an example. And she's just kind of squatting here. There we go. I'm just going to pick up her last leg. One thing with practicing is becoming efficient and quick at something like this. Don't worry about not being fast your first time around, or like, you know, it's going to take time. But being quick and efficient is also part of like, you know, making sure the goat or the animals aren't super stressed. So that's it. That's a hoof trim. I'm gonna go and just like check her body, score really quick. She feels really good. I'm just gonna check under here. ever since she's pregnant to see if there's any udder fill up. And I'm gonna check her rear end just to like make sure there's no weird discharge. And she's a really calm goat. She's really sweet. You know, it's like looking at their noses. There's no weird discharge. Take a peek at their teeth. You know, they're older. Some remember goats have like hard palates on top, in the front, and no teeth. So just a reminder, there's no teeth on the top front. It's bananas right now. I can feel her baby right here. I can feel a baby. It's really hard, and it's right here. Anyways, that's pretty cool. So that's kind of it for health checks. Like with the baby goats, you know, here's Samus again. I'll actually be sitting up here to give myself some back support. And I would be trimming her hooves right here. You just like the snuggles. And I'll be checking them over, like the females with San Clementes, you know, checking to see if they have one teat per side or, you know, extras. Samus has extras, 2 on each side, like a lot of San Clementes. But just taking notes of that and taking notes, observational notes, is really nice, is to see like how they are. Do they seem depressed? Do they seem lively? Is there something like, uh-oh, I think this goat maybe is losing weight. What's up with that? Let's like actually weigh her and see if she is losing weight. This is why I think it's important to take weights on all of your animals, especially babies, but like all of them, just in case. Like you can look at a goat and it's hard to judge how a goat really is just by looking. You know, she might seem fine. They're all fluffed out with winter coats right now. Body scores might look good, but when you put your hands on them, you're like, oh, I might seem a little bony, but you know, weighing them really tells you the details, if this goat is actually losing weight or if maybe there's something else going on. Actually, I'm gonna pick up little Nisse here. This little guy came from the Miller Park Zoo. Handsome fella. Thank you to Marie for holding him for the time that you did. So this guy is super, really friendly buckling. I'm excited to have him be part of the herd. I like to have my males be very mellow and easy to handle, no sasses. So I'll be taking another peek at him, but when he came here, he looked really good. I showed Marie how I trimmed his hooves, so he probably doesn't need a hoof trim. Look at that face, you little snuggle buggle. Anyways, that's 18 minutes of some health check thoughts and maybe some help. But yeah, the main things are just like containing all your goats in one area to grab them and easily handle them with low stress. You know, everybody's settled in, nobody cares. Even the girl on the stanchion, you know, she doesn't care. Don't leave goats unattended on a stanchion in the head gate like that. That's a good, they can choke themselves. But I'll be giving her some copper here in a minute, and moving on to the rest of the herd. I usually spend maybe close to 2 hours doing health checks. Sometimes quicker, sometimes not, depending. So anyways, feel free to ask me questions. I'd really like to help people that have questions. And remember to tag your goats properly or microchip them. And yeah, have an awesome day, and keep being goaty. Bye.